Welcome back to Cosmoholics Anonymous. We have so much shit to oh, did I forget to say my name? I am your favorite girl, Bo Vintage, and today's video is my Love and Hip Hop review while I do my makeup. Today I'm actually gonna leave my house after I finish my makeup, so I'm actually quite excited to do my makeup because you know what? A bitch is always staying inside. I had a pimple here, or I still have it, but like it just popped and it's really red, so I just put some yellow concealer on it, but we're not going to tell you guys what I'm using. We're just going to go into the tutorial. You guys can check the description box for whatever it is that you need. My face is already primed, so let's get it popping. There's so much to cover today, it's ridiculous. The episode started with Juelz and Drewski, and Juelz knew he was lying, and I'm going to insert the clip, and you guys can judge for yourself, but I'm going to insert the clip today, and you guys tell me, because this nigga was not looking at the camera when he was saying that him and this guy go way back. It was like he was looking away from the camera so that we couldn't see his eyes, because the eyes are the windows to the soul, honey. And if you are lying, it'll show. I knew right off bat that they might know each other or know of each other, but up until the show, they obviously were never, you know, texting each other or trying to hang out. Like, no. We all knew that that was not the case. So Drew wants to talk to him about Sky, obviously, because what else would he be able to talk about other than Sky? He has no storyline. So the last time that we saw Drew, I think, was when he asked Sky to move in with him, and Sky was acting like she wasn't going to move in with him because she didn't trust him or whatever, but she definitely did move in with him because he said now that they live together, her not trusting him has gotten even worse, and he decided it would be a brilliant idea to record her while he was in the shower to see if she would go through his phone. She fell for the trap, and so he ends up showing this video to Juelz, and they're basically just letting us know that it's about to get real between Sky and Drew. If my man ever did that to me, I would definitely have a problem with it. I don't like that he recorded her. Like, it's never that deep. Who cares if she's going through your phone? If you have nothing to hide, then who cares? You know what I mean? If he's setting up a camera to record her, obviously he's gonna get rid of anything bad that's in his phone. Not saying that there was anything bad in his phone, but we all know Drew is a trifling ass nigga, so let's not play any games here. I definitely agree with Juelz's fan ass 100% when he said that Drew should be talking to his girlfriend instead of recording her. Like, he's going to the absolute extreme. You should not be recording your girlfriend. That is just weird. Like, under no circumstances should you be recording your girlfriend. For like, if you have a problem, then you should be communicating about it. So I agree with Juelz 100%. He was right when he said that Drew should talk to his girl, and happy wife, happy life. Moving, Killer Cam made an appearance, and I love that he makes these small appearances on the show despite that he's not on the show, because Cam ain't fucking with Mona like that. So I like that he makes these appearances because I just love Cameron. So yeah. One of the key points that I wrote down when I was watching the show was that I think that the videotape of Sky is going to backfire, and it sure enough did. Once we got further into the episode, we see that, and I will cover that momentarily when we get there, okay? Oh, let me just cover up these ratchet braids, okay? Because I cut my wig off my head because, or not my wig, I cut my weave out because my head was itchy as fuck, and I wanted to switch it up and put on my long ass bundles, but that's neither here nor there. Let's continue and move on because I don't want this video to run super duper long. The next scene was Peter Gunz and Rich, and basically Peter was trying to update Rich on the situation with Cisco. I'm definitely team Rich all the way. Like, Cisco's a fucking bitch ass nigga. I don't give a fuck what you're going through. You need to not carry on the way he's carrying on. So I'm definitely team Rich. Rich ain't trying to hear what Peter has to say because Rich feels like Cisco is doing the most, and he has been, and he keeps snaking them, and that's no way to carry on. I died when Peter called Cisco a gentle giant. I fucking cracked up. Like, Peter's so funny. I actually like him this season. I think I like him because the drama that he's in isn't surrounding for the kids and Amina, and so I fuck with it. Cisco definitely keeps violating, and I'm sorry, but fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And that is exactly what Rich is trying to say. He's trying to say, like, he keeps doing this. He's done something to each one of us. How many times can we forgive him? I loved his little metaphor or analogy, whatever you want to call it, with the frog and the scorpion. I freaking loved it. I was dying the entire time. Peter fucking made me die because because Rich was giving this freaking analogy, and then all of a sudden Peter goes, but he's not a Scorpio, he's a Capricorn. And I fucking died. I was like, there's absolutely no way that this man just said that. Like, he's too funny for me. I can't deal. In my personal opinion, I think that Cisco is neither a Capricorn nor a fucking Scorpio. I think that nigga is a straight up Sagittarius, no shade, no tea, or an Aquarius, because Aquarius motherfuckers are like super crazy. Like, they're absolutely insane. So I definitely think that Cisco is not a Capricorn, but if he is setting a really bad example for Caps, because I love Caps and I do not like Cisco at all. My favorite people are Capricorns. Cisco is not my favorite person. Next, I'm like breezing through this. I'm so happy. So the next scene was Asim's birthday party. Obviously, this was gonna be a shit show. The first thing that I loved, the only thing that I loved about this scene was when Asim ran up to Little Mendeecees and he was like, my big brother, and Little Mendeecees picked him up, and like, I could cry right now. My eyes are starting to water because Little Mendeecees picked Asim up and he was like, I love you, and Asim was like, love you, and I was just like, this is the sweetest shit I ever seen in my life. I pray to God my children are like that. It was just so sweet. Like, you don't usually see a young kid like that telling their other siblings that they love them. I feel like Little Mendeecees does have a little bit of an old soul, probably because he's been through so much in such a short period of time. He's really young and his life is broadcasted on television, and like, his parents are embarrassing him and there's just so much drama around him. So I feel like he's kind of forced to be a little bit older and deal with things that older kids would deal with. My heart definitely goes out to the kids, period. No, my name is not Tara, Cha. Yeah, I just love that part of the scene, and it really made my heart warm. Erica in her confessional, and she's trifling as hell. So she said, she starts her little speech off with typical Yandy, like pretending like she's all for the kids, but then doesn't show up to the birthday party. So my first thought as soon as she said that was, okay, she invited Yandy, and I was like, she's mature. But then she goes on to say that she does not speak to Yandy directly. She did not invite Yandy, but people in her family know Yandy, and there's no way in hell Yandy didn't find out about the birthday party. As Asim's mom, if you are throwing a birthday party, despite your problems with Mendeecees and freaking Yandy, whatever the problems are, if you wanted Yandy there, you would have invited her yourself. You guys have each other's phone numbers. You guys know where to find each other. There's no excuse. There's no reason for her to have expected Yandy to show up if she didn't invite her herself. If I were Yandy in the situation, my ass wouldn't have been at that birthday party either. If you don't want me there, I'm not gonna be there. My kids are not gonna be there. I don't give a fuck. Because you know what? If Yandy had shown up, it would have been another story, another problem. And so I do not agree with Erica at all. She should have invited her, point blank, period. Look at me yelling and shit. Erica always has me so mad every single episode. I want to fight her. Erica, come see me, bitch. Come see me. After Erica said that, I literally had to pause the show, and I was like going ham on my phone to make sure all my thoughts were down. But yeah, I was not happy with that at all. When Judy arrived, I was like, this is not the time or the place. They brought Judy outside, Samantha and Erica ganging up like they do. They brought her outside to discuss irrelevant shit. This is your kid's birthday party. Why are you trying to cause drama at your kid's birthday party? Whether you step outside or not is beyond the point. Judy didn't come there to talk about Yandy. Judy didn't come there to talk about Mendeecees. Judy came there to be with her grandson. So I was so happy and proud when Judy went back inside, because I was just like, ain't nobody got time. Like, you're not gonna come out here and drill me about what? If this was really about the kids, they would not be asking Judy if she knew Mendeecees and Yandy were not really married, or whatever the case may be. Like, unnecessary, stupid, mind your fucking business. Samantha seems like she wants Yandy to be on the same level as her and Erica, despite the fact that Mendeecees chose up. So That's the vibe I get from Samantha. I feel like this whole entire thing is just based on status, and it's really sad. Like, it's actually fucking sad. I'm not here for it. Oh, and before I move on from this topic, at one point when Samantha asked if she knew about them not really being married, Judy said to her, "What's the matter? You want to be married?" And I fucking fell out. I said, "Judy, yes, read these hoes." I was so happy. I was so proud. I said, "Yes, Judy, read them and weep, honey. Go back inside with your grandkids. That's it. That's it." Moving on. So the next scene was Major Galore, and I'm watching the scene, and all of a sudden I realized that this child is performing this secular ass song, or rehearsing her secular ass music, what some might call the devil's music, child, in the church. Where do you get off and doing her little body movements and whining and grinding in the church? And I said, no, 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 no. There is just some lines you don't cross. Mona, she probably told them to do it there, which is obvious. Major Galore did not choose to do that. This is what I'm talking about, how these bitches don't have standards. Like, there's certain things that you just don't do. There's certain things that you shouldn't agree with, and for them to be rehearsing in the church, I was just so stunned by that. I was like, there's no way. Like, why would they do that? It's just so disrespectful for her to be on the pulpit, like, rehearsing that secular song. I was so offended by it, and I was just like, no, this is crossing a line. I'm not an avid churchgoer, you know. Hell, I haven't been to church in a damn minute, you know. If I walked into church right now, I can't tell you what would happen to me. But I still have a level of respect for the church, and I still have all my respect for the Lord, honey. And I would never, okay? I would never. I don't think anybody would. It's just not acceptable to, like, they couldn't find somewhere else to rehearse. They are always in, little dance studios and stuff. Why couldn't they bring her there to do that scene? I was just so offended by it, and I think everybody should be offended by it. Anybody that loves the Lord should be offended that they were rehearsing in the church. Like, it was just, you cannot disrespect the Lord, okay? And that is why I do not respect Mona. She is the devil. I'm so sorry about it. Okay, that's a little harsh, but you know, whatever. The minute I saw Cisco walk into this scene, I knew that this was a new storyline, or this was gonna be some other shit. So Cisco walks in, Major is claiming to think he's cute and have a crush on him. I didn't believe that shit for 1 second, but you know what? Do you, boo. I'm pretty sure it was just last week I was talking about he don't get bitches, and then this week they have Major Galore all over him, and I was just like, there's no way. Like, why the hell would she be interested in Cisco? Why? I'm pretty sure Major Galore is really young. She looks young, and Cisco is old as fuck, and I just could not picture her with Cisco, but they were flirting up or whatever. Cisco, being the bitch ass nigga he was, or is, decided he wanted to open a can of worms and give Major Galore some intel on Mariah, basically saying, like, Mariah's a broke ass bitch, and anytime she needed money or something, he was the simp or the sucker ass nigga that would give it to her. But when he was saying that, I kind of believe him, you know, but at the same time, I thought he was very wrong to do that, despite the fact that they aren't that cool right now. You don't do that. Like, you don't throw other people under the bus. He's just exhibiting this whole entire season that he can't be trusted. It was just unnecessary. Like, you can't be that jealous and that butthurt that you're gonna go out of your way to tell somebody that obviously doesn't like Mariah about Mariah's business. Like, where do you get off? And so I really did not like that he did that to her. It was very wrong, talking about he is basically putting food in her belly. But I did laugh fucking hard as fuck when he said so she could feed her little bony ass. I died, because Mariah literally is skin and bones, chat. Looking like a damn skeleton. What I didn't like about this was that he is also trying to mess with another one of Self's artists, and it's obvious that he's really, like, out to get Self, but I just think it's unnecessary. Like, this whole storyline is really tired. It really is. I'm quite over it. The fact that he's saying that he had to, or that he's in the past, like, you know, help Mariah eat, basically, that just let me know right there that this Love and Hip Hop check ain't worth it. Unless Mariah has like a horrible spending habit or something and she can't control her money. I don't know how much they make per episode, but clearly it's not enough if she doesn't have enough money to fucking feed herself. But yeah, definitely not cool to be sharing that information about her. He's a shady ass nigga, like, shady. He acts like a whole bitch. Like, that's something a girl would do. He's so fucking petty. I wish to reach his level of pettiness, okay? So the next scene was with my faves, motherfucking Jay and Snoop. Jay basically came over to Gorgeous Gangster, I'm so fucking, like, you know what. Jay came over to Gorgeous Gangsta to have a little chit chat with Snoop because she's just so hurt by Snoop, the way Snoop treated her the other night. Bitch, that's your own motherfucking fault. And I do not feel sorry for Jay in the motherfucking least. So she was real hurt or whatever, so she came over to talk to Snoop, and I just think she needs to give it up. Like, I don't know why she's clinging on to Snoop the way she is. Snoop has definitely moved on. And how fast Snoop moved on, seeing that they're claiming that they've been together for over a year. Jay actually posted a picture on her Instagram, basically trying to say, for all the people that are saying that I'm doing this for TV and, like, this is a fake relationship, this is a picture from over a year ago, blah, 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 blah. Bitch, nobody believes you regardless, so stop it. Like, don't try to prove it, because we still don't believe you, bitch. Anyway, the thing that made this scene so overly dramatic was the background music. I was dead. Like, I can't fucking deal with this show, you guys. It's so scripted. Yeah, so she's there talking to Snoop, and Snoop is just trying to tell her, like, yo, like, you can't keep doing this, you can't act like this. We already ended our personal relationship, and now I have to end my business relationship with you because of how you carried on the other night. You embarrassed me. And so Jay's not hearing it. Like, Jay doesn't understand. She gets upset again, like she got when Snoop broke up with her for real. She's just so fucking stupid, and I really just need her to let it go and take her ass home to Chicago. Like, please, Jay, leave the set. Don't come back. We're over you. I hope that this is their last scene for forever, for good. Like, Jay needs to just go. Tired of her ass. Tired. I'm motherfucking tired, okay? I don't understand how Jay doesn't see the faults in her behavior. I don't understand how she doesn't see that. She obviously crazy. So the next scene is Judy and Yandy, and Judy is basically catching Yandy up on what happened at the party. Once again, I gotta insert this clip and y'all let me know what you feel, because I couldn't really tell if Yandy's surprise face was actually a surprise face, because when Judy said to Yandy, Asim had a birthday party, Yandy was like, Asim had a birthday party? Like, you guys, here's the clip. Let me know if you feel like this was a genuine surprise, or if you think that she heard of the party but just didn't go because fuck it. Let me know. In this conversation, Yandy gets a little irritated that the Bitter Baby Mama Club has tried to press Judy on the issue and basically turn up on her to ask if she knew that the couple wasn't really married or not. But Yandy also was very happy that Judy had actually spoke to Mendeecees prior to meeting with her, and that she already knew that Yandy never sent the paper off, because if she had gone into that meeting with Bitter Baby Mama Club blind, it probably would not have looked good on Yandy's part. But because she talked to Mendeecees, it ended up being a-okay. I like that Judy's mentality is she doesn't really care. Like, it's none of her business, first of all, but as far as she's concerned, they are married because, you know, they're married. Like, I don't get why everybody's making it such a big deal that the paper didn't get sent off. Is it because the wedding was on TV? Like, what is the real issue here? Who the fuck cares? Before, like, for my, like, in my personal life, like, I didn't really care to get married, but because I don't want to have my children out of wedlock, I'm getting married. But like, I don't think that marriage is necessary. Like, I don't think that the paperwork part of marriage is necessary, but I'm gonna obviously have to do it. Like, I can't just go to the courthouse, get married, and then not send the paperwork into the government or whatever. Like, it's just silly. So but I don't get why everybody's making it such a big deal. If that's what they decided to do in their life, then that's what they decided to do. It's nobody's business. Ain't nobody business. Ain't nobody business. Oh my gosh, you know what? Somebody asked the other day, like, I'm getting way off topic. Somebody asked the other day, where is my good old handy dandy fan brush? They said they miss it, so this is for you, homegirl. I'm gonna use this to apply my highlight. For mine and my baby. So after Judy finishes telling Yandy, Yandy moves on to tell Judy about tape recordings of Samantha and Erica basically plotting on Yandy's ass. Yandy said that she's going to speak to Samantha about it, and she felt as though if she does speak to Samantha, she may be able to get through to Samantha. However, when it came to Erica, she said she was gonna have to speak her language. Ratchet, basically. She was gonna have to get a little ghetto when dealing with Erica. And I definitely see that. I definitely see that Erica is the person that's more focused on other things, whereas Samantha is more level-headed. I feel like Samantha's the more mature one in the situation, but they're both very immature regardless. All three of them bitches definitely ready to see that unfold. But Judy she started talking about her family, and I just felt like she was forcing the tears out. Like, it was so dramatic. She was really forcing them tears, and the tears didn't fall to the very last second. So I don't know about all that, but the tears felt forced. Even Yandy's tears, like, I was just like, this is too much, ja. I need to go. It was still an emotional scene, but I just feel like it almost didn't make the cut for me. Like, for me, it almost didn't, I almost didn't feel that that scene was genuine. Even if the emotions were genuine, the tears weren't, okay? I felt like she was just forcing the tears to make it, like, extra, you know, extra emotional. So I wasn't here for that, but yeah. But mine and my baby. Yes, honey, I am feeling my makeup today. Looks flat in my nose. Honestly, Soft and Gentle by MAC is like one of my favorite highlighters of all time. Anyway, let's move on. This next scene was quite embarrassing. Well, it wasn't quite embarrassing. I'm being extra. This next scene was the, like, Powerhouse performance. Major Galore was set to perform. She was on stage, her performance started, and she fucked up. And she's like, can we start that over? Like, no, honey, when you're doing something like that, there are no second chances. But she got her little second chance, and I really like her record. Like, her song is real dope. Like, I would definitely buy that. Ooh! Buy that on iTunes. But I got Apple Music, so I'm gonna try to find it and just stream it. I like her voice. But I don't know why she was lip syncing, but it's okay. Of course, Mariah was being shady in her confessional, and this was just the pre-turn up. Mariah's record is horrible. I don't know why like, she just needs to stop rapping. I'm asking you, Mariah, please just stop. Like, I've had enough. I really have. She kind of has this old, like, Mariah seems to be influenced by Nicki Minaj. The way her style of rapping is very Nicki Minaj-y, just not good, and like old Nicki. I don't like it at all. It's like a really bad impersonation of Nicki. I don't like it. It's horrible. Like, ew. I feel like Mariah did have the better performance, but she's shitty at rapping, so it's irrelevant. Like, no, just no. And then I agree with Rich. As always, I'm always agreeing with Rich. Definitely always agreeing with Rich. But is that it for my face? Ooh, yes. So I'm just gonna spray. Peter Rich and DJ Self, Mariah Lynn, and Major Galore are all seated at this little booth, and they're basically talking and comparing the performances. And so Mariah basically tries to be shady and say Major Galore is basically where Mariah was performance wise last year, and so she's basically trying to, like, get the spot for Powerhouse, but Major Galore is not having it, and so Major Galore ends up unleashing the tea on Mariah and basically calling her out for the stuff that Cisco said. She was calling her a broke bitch and yada yada yada, and like I was like, oh no honey, like this is messy because Cisco just told you this information. He obviously probably wanted her to do exactly what she did with it, and so it wasn't a good look. I don't think, like, you do not use, even if you don't like somebody, to come for their financial situation is like the lowest of the low, because life happens. Like, we go through those things, and so for Major Galore to be coming at her with that stuff was just so classless, and I didn't like it at all. But this is Love and Hip Hop, so why am I expecting class? Like, why? So no, fuck the class shit. Like, it was ratchet. I wasn't here for it. Yeah, hot mess. The scene starts to get really heated, and then all of a sudden Major Galore ends up throwing her motherfucking drink on Mariah. Mariah gets mad because she's tired of people throwing drinks on her, and she said, just like the last bitch. And I was like, you know what, she kind of has a point. Why are you throwing liquor when you could throw hands? That's all I want to know. Like, really, why are you wasting a perfectly good drink? Like, I could have had that drink for you, but you wanted to throw the drink. And then on top of that, why are you throwing the drink but not the glass, honey? Throw the glass, bitch. If you're gonna throw something, if it's not your hand, throw the damn glass, because the glass will hurt. The liquor is just liquor. It's just gonna damage your clothes or something like that. Like, you know what I mean? So that shit's whack as fuck. If you ever want to pop off on me, do not throw a drink at me, please, because no, it's not cute. I think that both of them are immature as fuck, and neither of them deserve to perform at Powerhouse. They both need to just be let go. Okay? You're fired. But mine and my baby. Guarantee that you are going to be singing this song that I'm singing all day. Ow, my back is in like severe pain. I'm in a lot of fucking pain. But mine and my baby. I love to love you, baby. Love is perfection. Can you guys tell me who has allergies all year round? Like, who and why? Like, why is it? Oh, is it Tuesday? I totally want to go to the movies. Yes, and Zaddy finishes school early today. We can go. So this next scene were my other two faves, Sky and Drewski. And Sky came in that fucking condo, guns blazing, honey. Like, you know what's funny too? Drew's apartment is the first apartment I feel actually looks like he lives there. I feel like everybody else's place looks really staged and hotel-y. She was pissed because this idiot took the video that he made of her and put that shit on Instagram or social media, Facebook, I don't know. Either way, that is crossing a line. Even though the line had already been crossed, that is crossing a major line. You do not do that. I promise you, if my man ever tried to do some shit like that to me, I would go fucking berserk and I would be single as fuck. You do not do that. You do not take something, I don't care what it is, I don't care what I did, I don't care how you feel about it. It is never that deep to go and post our personal business on social media. If you have a problem with me going through your phone, come and talk to me. Like, don't try to embarrass me and have people clowning me on the internet. Like, who does that? So when I saw that, I was definitely team Sky in the situation, but I do not fuck with Sky, and I don't feel sorry for her because honestly, Drew has shown you already that he does not respect your relationship. For you to even move in with him, he basically told you you're a hoe. Like, he said that you was getting passed around like a basketball and you're gonna stay with him. Really? Like, I feel like she has low self-esteem. It probably came from when she was just a little bit overweight, and she just doesn't know how to find somebody that would respect her. But I was just like, the disrespect is so real. You're not gonna do that to me. Like, you're honestly not going to try and take what's going on at home and put it on social media. Like, I'm the type of person that I won't even discuss my relationship with my friends. Like, if I have a problem with my man, I'm only going to talk to him about it. I'm not going to go to my mom. I'm not going to go to my friends and bash my boyfriend. I am going to tell my boyfriend what the issue is, and we're going to resolve it together. I'm not going to take videos of him and put him on blast on motherfucking social media. Like, who does that? And so I was really bothered by that. She went through your phone, so the fuck what? You're a little bitch ass nigga for setting up a booby trap camera in your motherfucking house, like a nanny cam, and you ain't got no damn kids. Like, I couldn't even deal. I was pissed for Sky, but like I said, I don't feel sorry for her for the simple fact that he's already shown you who he is when he was fucking around with Bianca and giving you excuses and, you know, not defending you as his woman. So I don't feel bad for her in that sense. But as a woman, I was definitely taken back by her man's behavior. Sky made very valid points when arguing with Drew, but at the end of the day, it's a waste of breath, because guess what? She's not going to leave him, and that is why I don't feel sorry for her, and that is why I'm not really on her side per se, because I already know that this is just, you know, something else she's gonna forgive him for. So why should we feel sorry for her? Like, you know what I mean? She's not leaving this guy. She loves him, and she thinks that he loves her. But all her points that she made to him were very valid. She said, because he was trying to say that she's yelling at him and she doesn't respect him. Bitch, you don't respect her, so why should she respect you? And when he said that to her, she actually did change her tone of voice and stuff. No, I would not, because as far as I'm concerned, you just posted our personal relationship on social media before coming and talking to me about it. If you have a problem with me, tell me, you know? So I definitely was not feeling this at all. Yeah, I would have been single as fuck, but we already know Sky ain't leaving him, so let's not even jump the gun. We're totally going grunge today. I haven't done grunge in so long. Loving it. But yeah, Drew definitely doesn't respect Sky, but that is her own fault. So let's just move on. So the next scene was Cisco and Rich, and I had no idea this nigga's name was Francisco. I thought his name was Cisco, and I was always wondering, like, what kind of name is that? Like, why would his name be Cisco? When Rich called him by his real name, I knew that this shit was real, honey. This was one of the most, you know, dramatic, emotional scenes of the season, I would say. Hashtag grown men cry. Like, really. Rich is definitely very hurt in the situation, and we get to see that in this scene. But he calls out Cisco on his bullshit. At the same time, is expressing his love for him, and that's why he's so frustrated. But they have a true, genuine bromance, it seems. I don't think Rich would be on the show crying over anybody. So it was really nice to see like a genuine emotion from Rich. He was so frustrated and hurt that he left. Like, and he said what he had to say. They hugged, and then he let go and just went about his business, and Cisco went to the edge like he was gonna jump off that fucking why did it look like they were on a roof? But I don't think it was a roof, but it was definitely really an emotional scene, and I loved it. And for once, I didn't feel like I was watching... No, I still felt like I was watching a soap opera, but... but, yeah, it was a good scene. I liked it. I really did. I think I liked it a lot because Rich was showing true passion, and that doesn't come often on Love and Hip Hop, so you have to love this scene. Like, you really do. So the next scene was Miss Major Galore, DJ Self, and Mariah Lynn. As tired as the storyline is, we're gonna see more of it. Like, there's just no avoiding it. Basically, what happened was, this is a little too orange, so yeah, it's too orange. I'm gonna put on something darker. So in the scene, DJ Self asked this girl, why did you throw a drink? Why did you throw a drink at Mariah Lynn? This girl said she looked hot. She wanted to cool her off. I was on the floor. I said she did not just say that. Mariah Lynn was coming for her, so she threw the drink, and it is what it is. I mean, what can you do? Mariah Lynn didn't really like that response, and so she ended up, my lips are still way too red. I mean orange. Mariah Lynn didn't like that response, so she ends up taking a water bottle out of her bag, untwisting the top, and trying to throw the liquid all the way down the table. Now the table was about 2.5, maybe 2 meters long, and so the water did make a couple splashes at the end of the table, but not enough to like drench the girl, so it was kind of pointless. She should have just thrown the whole bottle, because I don't know why she bothered to do that. She probably got herself wet in the crossfire, but it was hilarious. And so right when that happened, security stepped in and was trying to take Mariah, and like it was just so overly dramatic for no reason. Mariah was definitely coming into this little this little meeting prepared, because I don't know why she had this bottle of water in her damn bag ready to drench the girl with. But it was hilarious, so thank you, Mona, for giving me a good fucking laugh. You're great. You really are. Like, you're just amazing. These two are beefing like Mariah Lynn slept with Major Galore's baby daddy, or Major Galore slept with Mariah Lynn's baby daddy. Like, you really don't need to be beefing this hard. Like, it's really unnecessary and draining. I can't stand it. Like, I don't know how DJ Self is putting up with it, and I don't know why he is putting up with it, but that's his business, not mine. Anyway, after all that, they ended up not necessarily squashing it, but they did find resolve in it, because they all realized that the common denominator between the three of them is Cisco, and Cisco used Major Galore to get back at Mariah Lynn and Self, which isn't necessarily true. It's true, but like, it's not true, because she didn't have to take the information that he gave her. He put the bug in her ear, but like, you know, why are you so easily influenced? Why? She used the ammo right away. Like, if somebody told me that information and I wanted to use it against somebody, which I would never do, I wouldn't use it right away. I would wait till the perfect moment and say it later on. But she used it right away. As soon as she got it, she was ready to spill the tea. She went to that performance knowing that she was going to tell Mariah Lynn that she's a broke ass bitch. So now they're kind of all ready to like give Cisco a taste of his own medicine. It's dumb. This whole storyline is just dumb. Like, they're getting too much airtime for me. I'm so sorry. So the next scene, we are back to Samantha. What I want to know is, why is it that every single time Mendeecees calls one of his baby mamas, they're in a car on their way to nowhere? Why? Let me know. Why? Does anybody have an answer for me? I don't think so. So Mendeecees automatically tries to page Samantha about why he's hearing this, that, and the third. And he basically tries to tell her, like, he doesn't understand what this whole thing is with them, because Erica was fucking him while she knew Samantha was the girlfriend. So he called them sister wives, and I fell out, you guys. I was on the floor. I could not believe he said that. I was like, no. No, Mendeecees, you did not call them sister wives. You did not do it to them. And I was just dead. I was like, there's no way he just took it there with her and called them fucking sister wives. But Erica was trying to like say like, that's 10 years ago. She doesn't give a damn, blah, 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 blah. And so Erica was like how he needs to not be asking her about nothing of the sort, but needs to be talking about his son, Mendeecees. She's like, let's talk about little Mendeecees, blah, 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 blah. And I was just confused by the whole situation, because I'm like, why is it now that all of a sudden Mendeecees is on the phone? She wants to talk about little Mendeecees with him, but any other time this bitch has been on camera getting a little bit of camera time, she is only talking about Yandy and drama. She's never talking about the kids. So why is it now that she's on the phone with Mendeecees it's a switch up. No. Talk about Yandy to her husband now. How about you do that instead of whatever you were trying to do before? I found that to be very fraudulent of her, because literally anytime she's on camera, if she's with Erica, they're talking about Yandy. If she's with Judy, they're talking about Yandy. So why is it that now she's on the phone with Mendeecees, she has something to say about her child? No, ma'am. We're not here for the fraudery. Okay? Yes, fraudery. Okay? She's doing fraudulent shit. We're gonna call it fraudery. So I was like, yeah, you're trifling. She's trifling as hell. And then she had the nerve to say that Mendeecees needs to be paying attention to the children instead of the drama or the women, when she's the one that does not want her son to visit him in jail. So how does that make sense? This entire time, she doesn't want her kid to see him in jail. She doesn't want this, that, and the third, but she's gonna say that her kid needs his father, so bring him to see him. Like, what are you talking about? She's fucking backwards. I cannot stand her. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I couldn't believe that. I really couldn't. I was really shocked by her saying, like, he needs to be worried about the kids and all that. She said something about him calling about little Mendeecees' birthday party, and I'm like, this nigga's in jail. What the fuck does he care about little Mendeecees' birthday party? Is he gonna be there? No. So why would he be calling you to talk about little Mendeecees' birthday party? Like, what relevance does that have? He probably doesn't even know Mendeecees is having a damn birthday party. Like, I can't even deal with these bitches. I really can't. They are full of it. Full of it. Like, she basically tried to make him look like a bad dad, and we all know that that is not the case. So she needs to cut the fuckery. We all know this man loves his kids, and any other time, well, she did also say that he has not called her at all, but maybe he's upset with her because she won't let him see his son. And little Mendeecees was with Yandy, or if Yandy was allowed to see little Mendeecees, I'm sure that Mendeecees would be calling to speak to his kid, but maybe he doesn't want to deal with Samantha because her and Erica are just a bag of drama. Like, they are just ridiculously filled with drama and involving themselves in shit that is not, or that has nothing to do with them. But yeah, I was just not here for the fuckery. Like, you're not gonna pretend that all of a sudden your focus is your kids when this entire time you've only been giving Yandy problems and being a spiteful bitch. That's how I feel. So we are on to the final scene. I have a lot to say. Okay, this is one of them scenes that I had to pause the episode for, so let me just do my little mascara, whatever, and then we could talk. Okay, I'm gonna go slap my wig on, and then I will be back to talk about this final scene, because it is all the tea, okay? Okay, so this last and final scene was Yandy, and she went to go visit Erica at wherever the fuck she was. It looked like an art gallery, but it was literally just Erica standing at a table, so it was just obviously something they set up. And she brought Judy with her to basically page Erica on the situation. And out the gate, Yandy had an attitude, and I would too if I heard these recordings. If I heard these two women plotting against me, I would have an attitude at the gate too. And so Yandy pressed the issue immediately, and she was like, what the fuck is up? Like, why are you trying to hurt my family? Blah, blah, blah. By the way, Yandy looks adorable. Okay, she had a little hat bun on, and I loved her top. But that's neither here nor there. Basically, the bickering started immediately, and Erica couldn't make a valid point. If Samantha didn't get there, I feel like Yandy would have tore this girl to shreds, as in she would have ripped her apart, or she would have tore her a new asshole. Right in the nick of time, Samantha showed up and basically came to save the day for Erica, because I don't think Erica can stand on her own. I don't think Erica can handle Yandy by herself. I feel like she needs to have that backup. Of course, they're so fucking pressed about Yandy being married to Mendeecees that came up in the argument, but that was expected. They really wanted to page her on that and just be like, are you or are you not married? Yandy doesn't owe them anything, and Yandy doesn't have to explain anything to them. So Judy, she tells Erica that Samantha's been recording her. Erica had no idea that Samantha had been recording her, and Samantha's like, I record you too, Judy. And I was like, this bitch is crazy. She records all her conversations. I don't know what the law is in New York, but in Ontario, it's if you know that you are recording a two-party conversation, then it's okay that you have the recordings. I don't know if it's the same in the States, but I'm pretty sure that in America you have to tell the person that you're recording them, unless it's an undercover cop situation. But yeah, Samantha's definitely moving like a damn Fed right now, because I don't know why she's recording conversations, but she's like, I don't trust none of y'all. Of course I'm gonna record the conversations because y'all like to lie and blah 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 blah. Samantha was like unbothered as fuck that they told Erica that she's been recorded. I don't think she expected it to come out, but that now that it's out, she doesn't care, and she didn't look shook or anything that they now have these recorded conversations. Obviously the recordings are real. We haven't heard them on the show yet, but we did hear some of them on Instagram. If you didn't, well, Chad, you better go to Fameless or the Shade Room. Every blog has these recorded conversations. Erica was trying to play off that she wasn't bothered by Samantha recording her conversation and Yandy finding out about it. I know for a fact that Erica was definitely bothered by this. Nobody wants to be recorded and put on blast like that, and now Erica looks crazy because of it. Especially if you hear the conversations that her and Samantha were having, it's evident that their concern is not these kids, and that's basically why I'm Team Yandy. Even if your opinion about Yandy is that you think she's just like the other two bitches, at the end of the day, I'm still on her team because she didn't try to plot against these girls. She doesn't care that much, you know? These girls are really trying to ruin Yandy. They came on the show because Mendeecees went to jail and to try to ruin Yandy. If Mendeecees never had to go to jail, these two women would not even be on this show. Maybe Samantha would be, but Erica definitely would not be. This was just for Yandy to have a storyline, but it's a really sad storyline because the kids will definitely be affected by this in the long run, and I think that's what everybody's failing to realize. So at one point, Erica accuses Yandy and Judy of trying to come between her friendship with Samantha, and so Yandy's like, I don't want to come between y'all, like I don't want to be friends with you guys. And then Samantha was like, well, I don't want to be friends with you either, so that's, like, I'm glad we're clear there. But then right after she said that, Yandy's like, but you wanted my money though. And that's basically where it went super left, because right when she said that, Samantha got so fucking mad. The way she got upset was like Yandy really pressed a nerve by saying that. Samantha's argument was that she didn't want her money, she wants the money that Mendeecees owes her for child support, I guess. Yandy was like to her, but you still took my money, did you give it back? If it's not about the child support, like then okay, fine, throw it in her face. But if it is the child support, I think that's a little low, a little below the belt to bring up any money that is going towards the kids. Don't do it. Like, I don't care if you paid it, if Mendeecees paid it, it doesn't matter. If it's about the kids, leave them out of it. Like, if the money went straight to Lil Mendeecees, leave it out. Like, it's not something that she should be bringing up. If Samantha took the money from Yandy for Mendeecees and used it towards herself and like bought a new Birkin or something, then that's different, and I would definitely side with Yandy in that. But we don't know where the money went, so I'm not even gonna speak on that because it ain't none of my damn business. So in this heated ass argument, after Sam gets mad, she calls Yandy a bitch. And Yandy was like, hold on, stop this, flag on the play. Did you just call me a bitch? She's in disbelief because there's just no way in hell under the sun that this woman just calls her out of her name. I noticed that whenever Yandy is in an argument, she tries to keep it as classy as possible, and she's never really called either one of these women out of their name, whether it be in the confessional or in person. And so yeah, if you are talking to another baby mother or the wife of your ex, like whoever it is, if you guys have, even if you guys don't have a relationship, you should not be calling her out of her name. It's just blatant disrespect. And I ain't got no kids and I ain't have to deal with nobody's baby mama drama, but I'm telling you right now, if that were the case, if she would have had a baby mama, oh, you know what, thank the Lord, because this show right here is showing me why I would never date a man with a child. I'm not dealing with this shit. you are not going to disrespect me and call me a bitch, okay? If we aren't friends, if I don't know you, you're not gonna call me a bitch. Like, the only people that can call me a bitch are people that know me for realsies and that I would call a bitch too. Like, I have a sister and anytime I call her, she's like, bitch. And I say it back to her. When it comes to my best friend, I'll be like, bitch, and I'll say what I need to say to her. If I don't know you, you're not calling me a bitch. And this is a heated argument. So for you to call me a bitch is definitely an issue. So Yandy was like, oh, hell no, you're not gonna call me a bitch. She like had to clean her ears out with Q-tips and shit just to make sure that this girl called her a bitch. And so she asked for clarification. She said, wait a second, did you just call me a bitch? Like, did you just take it there? And Samantha basically says, hell yeah, fucking right I did. What you gonna do about it? Ho? Like, Sam was not backing down from this fight. At this point, Erica's like a non-motherfucking factor. Like, she has been. At this point, Yandy then reaches as if she was going to smack Erica in the face, but that is not what happened. Like, she didn't get even a tap in, honey. It was just a waste of time. She should never have reached across that table because she didn't even like... She didn't even touch the tip of her nose. Like, it was just a waste. I don't understand why she bothered to reach across the table. I felt like they were close enough on both sides of the table that if she did reach over the table and she really wanted to smack a bitch, she would have. So I feel like Yandy was frightened in that moment. She wasn't actually going to hit her. She just wanted to make it a little bit extra drama for the show, because the way Samantha was talking, I feel like Samantha might be a fighter, and I feel like she might actually be able to whoop Yandy's ass. She seemed a little crazy, so I wouldn't be surprised by that. If they were to fight, I'm pretty sure that my money would be on Samantha. That's anybody's game, I guess, but I feel like Samantha really has them hands the way she was talking. And if she doesn't have hands, then she needs to shut the fuck up. My only issue with this is that they are all grown women, and this is the saddest part about this. They're all fucking grown, turning up on TV for a little ass check, with the exception of Yandy, because I'm sure her check is way bigger than those two bitches combined. They're turning up on her, and she's turning up on them. And why is it that two grown ass women, damn near 40, are about to fight on television? It's embarrassing. They make black women look so bad, and honestly, this is why I don't fuck with Mona. This is why I always drag her a little bit, because you could be doing any show in the world. She could be showing different sides of black people, but she's literally having them on TV. Well, you know what? She's not 100% to blame, okay? But the fact of the matter is that this is what she wants. They're giving her what she wants, and if they were real women, they would not be acting like this. Like, it's just really sad to me. I don't like it. They have kids. It's not like the kids are not a part of the show and we don't know who their kids are. We know who their kids are. Their friends in school know who they are. They see them on TV, and it's embarrassing. So I don't agree with the fact that they were literally about to fight. I feel like as grown women, they should be able to sit down and have a conversation and get this dealt with. But because of the situation, because they have actually went out of their way to plot and scheme, I would probably want to throw hands too. I ain't gonna lie. I just wouldn't do it on television because I'm not about to look crazy. Like, I'm just not. And they look crazy right now. That is basically all that happened in the episode. It was surely turned up. We only got 2 more episodes to go, and I can't wait to see how this season finishes. But the drama between these three is probably the most draining drama on the show because it's really redundant, and they need to just get over themselves. They're not making this about the kids. They're just making it about status. Even Yandy, like, these 2 girls are on her case about whether she's married or not, and she's on their case about rubbing in their face that she is married when she's not really married to begin with. Well, she might be now, but when they were filming that show, she definitely had not sent the papers off. So as far as I'm concerned, they're all really immature, and I would really like to see them do better. But obviously, if there was no drama, we wouldn't be watching. So it's kind of hypocritical for me to say that I think that they shouldn't be fighting, but I honestly do feel that way. Like, fight off camera if you want to fight, you know what I mean? But I do still want to say that they should be able to sit down as grown women and deal with the situation. But if somebody calls you out your name while you're in a heated argument, obviously you're going to want to pop them in their motherfucking mouth. Like, don't talk crazy to me. But yeah, so I will see you guys next week. Hopefully my video is uploaded on time. Today I was really tired, and so usually I'll like record it the night before, but today I recorded it in the afternoon, so this video probably won't touch the internet until about 7 o'clock. Hopefully it'll be before then. I love you all, and I definitely will see you in the next one.